Hi everyone! Happy New Year! It's me, Merrill. Welcome to your Sunday School lesson online with Hooked on Jesus. Today, we are going to see how Jesus commits to God's will. But before that, I just thought I'd remind you of the memory verse from this week. It's from John, where it says, "Yes, I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will produce much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." This verse reminds us about how much we need God, just like in today's lesson. Today's story is from Matthew chapter 26, verses 36 to 46. In this passage, Jesus knows he's about to be arrested and killed. He goes to a garden to pray and he asks God that he would take away this cup of suffering away from him. He also prays, "I want your will to be done, not mine." Jesus is willing to do hard things to help promote God's plan. Let's watch a video to better understand what happened that day. You should know we are not the makers of this video. The makers of this video have been tagged in the description section of this video. Please do like their video link and also subscribe to their channel for more Bible stories. I'm sure they would really appreciate that. Now, let's watch.
As the hour drew near to his death, Jesus took his disciples to an olive garden called Gethsemane. Jesus wanted to spend some time in prayer with his Father to prepare for the pain and suffering he knew he was about to face. As they reached the garden, Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there to pray." Jesus took Peter, James, and John farther into the garden with him, and he became anguished and distressed. Jesus told them, "My soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me." Jesus continued into the garden alone and bowed down, putting his face to the ground, and cried out his prayer, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine." Jesus returned to where he had left Peter, James, and John, and found them fast asleep under the olive trees. Jesus said to Peter, "Couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Keep watch and pray, so that you will not give in to temptation. For the spirit is willing, but the body is weak." After seeing that his disciples were awake, he walked back into the garden to pray a second time. Jesus prayed, "My Father, if this cup cannot be taken away unless I drink it, your will be done." When he returned to his disciples, he found them sound asleep again, for they couldn't keep their eyes open. Jesus left them to pray for a third time. Jesus prayed the same words he had said before, but as he spoke the words, "Your will be done," for a third time, Jesus came to a place of trust. His sorrow and distress were gone, leaving him fully willing to give his life to save the world from its sins, as his Father had asked him. When he returned to the disciples who had fallen asleep again, he said, "Go ahead and sleep. Have your rest. But look, the time has come. Judas, my betrayer, has arrived to turn over the Son of Man into the hands of sinners."
Jesus does hard things. None of us like to do hard things. Maybe a hard thing for you could be as small as eating karela, which is actually quite nutritious, or doing housework. Or some of you could be facing more trials in life, like parents fighting, not having parents around, losing loved ones, and other things because of which you have had to move your home. Whatever it might be, Jesus understands you all. He knows that you sometimes don't want to do hard things, but He also showed us how to willingly obey God even when we don't want to. Let's do an artwork today which is related to this topic. This is what we will be making today. And these are the art supplies that you will need for today's project. I'm going to begin with mixing colors for this artwork, and these are the colors that I'm going to use. Purple and blue, because I have daughters whose favorite colors are purple and blue. Well, Nayab's favorite color is purple and Neymat's favorite color is blue. And green just as a third color as a contrast. So I'm going to first mix them up. I need 3 cups. Take a little bit of color, put it in there, and a little bit of water, and give it a good mix. And I'm going to do the same with the other colors, for the other colors. Gonna put these at the side. I need an A4 size paper. I'm gonna grab this wool or string or you can use anything you have at home. I'm gonna cut a long bit. I'm not gonna measure it, but it can be around 3 feet each approximately for each color, but I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to approximately cut. After you've cut them out, you want to just place them into the color, but don't dirty the entire thing, just a little of it. So I'm going to put one into the green, let a little bit stick out so I can hold on to the clean side to do my artwork. One in the blue and one in the purple. You really want to push the string in properly so the whole thing soaks up the color. Get it in there really nicely. Now I'm going to begin the artwork. So I'm going to take out my first color, and you can see that it's quite dirty. Make sure you squeeze the thread a little bit while you're taking it out so that there's not too much water on it. And then what I want to do is place it on my paper. Probably like that. This is how I'm going to place it again. Okay. What I'm going to do next is grab another A4 size paper and place it over this first one. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my Bible and put it on top of it as a weight. Now you do want to keep some kind of tissue or napkin or rag handy so that you can wipe off all the extra paint that may spill all around, okay? And be really careful. Now I'm gonna pull my string out from under this. Then I'm gonna lift off the Bible, put it at the side, and let's see what our string has done. Ooh, do you look at that? We got a lovely design. Now I'm gonna let this dry up a little bit and I'm gonna add another color. Now that it's dry, I'm gonna add my next color, which is blue, and I'm gonna follow the same process. You can choose to do it in this shape, the shape that I've done, or you can try another shape. Experiment. Again, cover it up. Bible on top, and pull out your thread like before. The end result is always a surprise. Ooh, I'm liking this very much. Again, we're gonna wait for these to dry and then I'm gonna add my third color. Or if you just like it like that, you can leave it like that. You don't need to add another color. I think I want to add one more color just to see what could happen to this. Now for our final color, which is green. This is exciting. I am absolutely loving this end result. I hope you try it out. Do let us know how it goes. Wasn't that fun? But did you see how your string looked when you first laid it on the paper? Really rubbish, no? But didn't it make a beautiful pattern? In the same way, sometimes ugly and difficult times in life can turn into something really beautiful. Jesus does hard things. So we are willing to do hard things because He set an amazing example. Sometimes hard things look like the mess of painted string you laid on your paper. Maybe you couldn't even arrange it quite how you wanted to on the paper. Like you wanted to probably make a circle or a square, but then it just got all messed up. But in the end, whatever and however you laid it made a beautiful art. God can take hard times from your life and turn them into something amazing and good. Jesus knew that His death would be hard, but it would result in good for all of mankind. And we can also trust God just like He did. And we can trust His will. And God will use your hardships for good. Today, I would like to ask you, what are some things you've been putting off just because you don't want to do it. I'm sure you can think of something, because a lot of us sometimes don't do the things that we're supposed to do or want to do or have to do because they're really difficult. I urge you, children, to talk to God about that. Talk to God about the things that you find hard. Lay it at His feet and He will help you. Let me pray for you. Lord, today I pray that everyone watching this video lesson will develop spiritual gifts of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Most of all, Lord, teach us how to approach you with all our troubles and difficulties. Teach us how to embrace hard times, knowing that you are watching over us and you are helping us. We commit our lives to you and trust you with everything. Please help us, Jesus. We really need you. And all of God's children said, Amen. Glad you could join us today. I do hope you enjoyed today's lesson. We love you all so very much. But don't forget, Jesus loves you the most. Bye-bye. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.